Now we will see Cohen-Sutherland line clipping algorithm. So clipping is what? Discarding or deleting. So now here Cohen-Sutherland line clipping algorithm. In that we have to consider the region code. First we have to define the window, and after that we have to consider the region code. That region code is what? ABRL. That is A stands for above, B stands for below, R stands for right, and L stands for left. First we have to define the window, and after that, so after defining the window, we will define this region code. So this is what uh, region code. Here the region code is having 000, that is what your window. The part which is above the window, so for that the region code is what? In the terms of ABRL. So your A becomes 1, that A stands for above. So above becomes 1 and others are below, right and left are 000. Then this is what? This is the right side. So your R becomes 1 and other becomes 0. For left side your 1 becomes um, L becomes 1. Then for below your B becomes 1, and for above A becomes 1. Now here for this region, this is what? This region is above the window and at left side of the window. So your A and L becomes 1 and others are 0. Again this part of the window, this part of the window which is what? Above the window, and which is at right side the window, right side at the window. So A and R becomes 1 and other becomes 0. This is what? This is below the window and at right side. So your B and R becomes 1, others are 0. And this is at below and at left side. So your B and L becomes 1 and others becomes 0. So this is what Cohen-Sutherland line clipping algorithms. In that, this is what we are defining the window and region codes. After that, consider this line P1, P2, which this line is intersect the window. Some part of this line which is outside the window and some are inside the window. So Cohen-Sutherland line clipping algorithm states that the part which is inside the window, we have to display that, and which is outside the window, we have to discard that. So for that, first we have to define the region code for point P1 and another point for P2. So region code for P1 which is what? 1001, and for P2 it is 0000. And after that we have to find out the intersection points over here, the point which intersects the window, and from that intersection point to P2 we have to display the line. Yes. So for our programming we have already defined this window. So this window having a left top can be considered as a 150 and bottom right that can be considered as a 350. So we are taking 4 values from the user, that is left top which is 150 and bottom right that is 350. So this becomes what? This is its x becomes 150 and y becomes 350, and here is its x becomes 350 and y is 150. So we know all these things, how to draw a rectangle by using only these 2 points. So for our screen, this is your origin, this is your x-axis, and this is your y-axis. Now here what we have to store the values of this line, that is P1 and P2. But to store the P1 and P2, first we have to store x coordinate, y coordinate of the P1, and also we have to store this region code. For P2 also same, we have to store x coordinate, y coordinate and region code. So to store all these things, what we here we are defining one structure, and that structure contains the 2 integer values, that is your x coordinate, y coordinate, and will store this ABRL in terms of character array. Okay, so we can store P1 and P2 into one structure, that is having 2 integer values x and y and one character array. For storing this code contains 4 parameters, that is from this one in terms of ABRL. So to store this, we are using character array. After that, in the same program, we have to perform all these operations. That is draw window, then draw a line, then set code. Set code is what? We are setting the region code, defining the region code. Then visibility, that is what? It defines this line is inside the window or outside the window. And then reset endpoints. So reset endpoints is what? When the line is outside the window, so we have to discard that. It means what? We have to find out the intersection point, the line which intersects the window, where the line intersects the window. We have to find out that point, and from that point to this P2 we have to draw a line. So we require reset endpoints. Draw window is what? To draw a window, we required draw window function. So already we are taking the values from the user, that is this 150, 150 and 350, 350. And after that, just drawing 4 lines where or by using inbuilt line function, we are drawing this window. So for that, this draw window is required. Then draw line. So whatever the line we are drawing, for that line we require draw line function, but that can be used by using P1 and P2, but it is of type point. Actually we are declaring one structure, so it is of point having name is PT, so it is of having name is PT over here, and this is for third parameter is for the integer, CL is for the color. We'll see that, and it will draw a line. After that, set code is what? We are setting the region codes. So we'll see, actually we have these values over here with us, that is 150, 150, 150, 350, 350, 350, 350 and 350, 150. So it will define us how to set the region code. We'll see that. And these 4 points are what? When your point of which is at the left side of the window. So how to find out the values? That is x value is what? Suppose this is your line. Suppose this P1. This P1 is what? Which is at the left of the window. Yes. So for that P1, how to define the values? That is x is what? This is your x-axis. Minimum value is what for this window? That is 150 over here. So x equals to what? X minimum. And your okay, and y is what for this? So we can calculate the y for this P1 by using this equation. So we have seen that equation, that is m is what? Slope of the line. How to find out the slope of the line? That is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. And after that, x mean minus x1 plus y1. When the line is at the right side of the window, then x becomes what? Your x max. That x max is what? 350. Yes. And part of the line which is over here in this region, so what? X max we have to define, that is 350, and y we have to calculate by using same equation, but here into m is what? Slope of the line into x max. Here we are considering x mean, here we are considering x max, that is whatever the value we are assigning to the x. And for top, again suppose some part of the line which is over here, at that time value of y becomes what? Here is window having the y value, y minimum is what? 150. So your line, some part of the line or point over here, then that y equals to what? Y mean. Yes, and x can be calculated by using same, that is x equals to 1 upon m into y mean minus y1 plus x1. And suppose some part of the line or a second point of the line which is at the bottom, then maximum value of y is what? 350. So y equals to y max, that is 350. We'll consider y, will get y easily, and we have to find out the x value. So we'll find out the x value by using x equals to 1 upon m y max minus y1 plus x1. All these things we have already discussed in the class. We have seen one example. Just go through that example. You will easily clear all these things. Okay, now we'll see the code. So this program is in the Turbo C. So we'll see. Here we required iostream.h, stdlib, mat.h, because here we are using some functions regarding related to the maths. Then conio and graphics.h. So now here, this is we are defining one structure coordinate having two values x and y. That x and y defines what for consider that line p1 p2. So for that p1 what we required x coordinate, y coordinate, and also one region code which is in the form of abrl. So for storing that four values we required character array, and for x coordinate we required one x integer, and for y coordinate we are considering y integer, and just we are giving the name over here for the structure as a p2. And these are the functions, that is draw window to draw the window, draw line to draw the line, to set the region code. Here is set code, visibility, that is it will tell us that is some part of the line which is inside the window or outside the window. After that, reset endpoints, that is what to show the clipped line we require to we have to find out the intersection point, and for that this function is used. We'll see all these functions one by one. So we'll go through first. Our execution start with the main, so we'll go line by line from the main. So here is all these are what these functions are declared over here only. Now in main, this is what just we doesn't require this. Consider or we'll see that where we are using. Now this GM is what graphics mode. Here graph GD, that is graphics driver equals to detect. So we are aware about this. No need to tell what is graphics driver equals to detect. Now here we are defining two points or 3 points over here, that is of type PT, that is of type structure. Here we are defining one P1, that is the one end point of the line. This is your P2, that is second end point of the line, and here is Ptemp, that is what we required one temporary variable of type PT. So we'll use that while using reset endpoints and all these functions where we required. So PT of PT is what? It is the just name of the structure. So this P1 contains what? X value, Y value, and region code. This P2 is also same, and Ptemp is also contains same. So now here we already written that the size of clipping window, which is already defined, that is what its left top is 150 and right bottom is 350. So now mm, enter the end point 1 of the line to be clipped. Whatever the value to draw a line will provide over here. Just we are taking for this x coordinate over here in p1.x. Then second point, that is into the p1.y. To draw a single point, what we require x and y values. So this is your p1.x. X coordinate can be stored in a, it is stored in a p1.x, and y is stored in a p1.y. After that second endpoint, we are storing it into the p2x and y coordinate in p2y. Okay. And after that we are calling init graph function. Whatever the values we have to take from the user, we have already taken, and after that we have to call this init graph, because when we are if you are calling this init graph before this, then it will goes into the graphics mode, so we can't take the values from the user. So first take the values from the user and then call the init graph function. Okay, so also here we have to pass the uh, path where our bji store, that is c:/tc and again bji. uh, in ubuntu we doesn't require this. Here just we have to pass null over here, but this programs are in Turbo C, so here we have to use this one. So this clear device is what? This is also one inbuilt function that can be used, that can be like just like our clear command. Just it will erase all these things and whatever the display on the screen, and then it will erase only all these things which is whichever display on the screen. So here we required actually for this program we required lots of the part of the screen, so that we are using clear device. Now here we are over here, that is draw window, so it will call draw window function. So just draw window here already defined, that is laptop can be considered as 150 150 and right bottom can be considered as a, it can be considered as a 350 350. So now here this is your draw window function. For that window here this set color is what? Set color red, it will just define the color. We are defining the color, that is assigning the color red for the window, that is okay. So border of the window will, it becomes what, in which color, that is in the color, in the form of red color. So now here we are drawing by using this inbuilt line function, we are drawing the line. So we are taking first point is what, 150 152 350 150. Second line is from 350 152 350 350, and another third and fourth line. So you all are aware about this, how to draw a rectangle by using only 2 points. Yes. After the draw window, what we are doing here is just get ch, because we have to display that window on the screen. After that we have to draw a line. So we are calling this line function, draw line function, that is in that we are passing p1 p2 whatever the endpoints here, whatever the endpoints or values we have taken from the user. And this one is for the color, that is window color we are giving in the red. So line having some different color, so here we are passing 15, that is what, white. So draw line will be called over here. So draw line is just what, from x1 y1 to x2 y2. So here we are defining this color, that is what, 15. Set color cl, so it just gives the color, that is white. And then it will draw a line from x1 y1 to x2 y2. So here your x1 y1 is what, p1 dot x and p1 dot y, that is your x1 y1, and p2 dot x and p2 dot y, that is your x2 y2. It will one draw, it will draw a line. After that what we are calling get ch, again to display that line we are calling get ch function. So first of all we draw the window. After that we'll see that output, I will show you. This is what first, that is we are providing some points, that is x1 y1, and this one is your x2 and y2. This is your first output on the screen. After that this is your window. Yes, we are defining the window. So this is your window, this point is 150 150, this point is your 350 350. So it is what, x is 350 because origin of the screen is over here. So this is your x-axis and this is your y-axis. So this one is 150 150, this one is 350 350. So your x is over here 350 and y is 150, and for this point your x is 150 and y is 350. Okay. After that what we have seen, that is after window we are getting this line. So line having points, what we are giving, that is 100 100, and this is your p2, that is 200 200. So p1 is outside the window and p2 is inside the window and having white color. So till this we have seen. After that draw line, what we are getting, after that here we have to set the code. For P1 we have to set the code, and for P2 also we have to set the code. So first we'll set the code for P1. We'll say this is your set code. So in that we are using ptemp, which is already defined. That is a ptemp of type pt. So now here, how to set the code for P1? So we'll see that over here. Just I will zoom it here. For P1, what is the code? That is 1001, and for P2 it is 000. So now your window is already defined. This point of the window is what? 150 150, and this point is what? 350 350. Yes. So now P of y, also consider the origin of the screen is above. So consider over here, this is your origin of the screen, this is your x-axis, and this is your y-axis. Actually it does not take 0, so here we'll just write O. So that is what origin of the screen. So now how to set the code? So here first we are passing P1. So for P1, now check if P1 dot y is less than 150. That is what P1, your x is over here. This P1 dot y is less than 150, then we have to assign it as a 1. That is what it is above the window. Yes. Then it becomes y, because y is over here for this line. This is your y axis, and here this point is what? This point is when left. This point is what? At 150. So when you are passing 100 for y, then it becomes what? It is less than 150. It becomes over here. So now that means what? This point is lies above the window. Now ptem dot code of 0, that is abrl, a should be 1, so we are assigning it to the 1, else it can be assigned to the 0. So your for P1 we have defined, that is your a becomes 1. Now again for P1, if P dot 1, we have to check all the conditions. For x, for y we have to check two endpoints, that is less than 150 or greater than 150, and also it is greater than 350 or less than 350, and for x also we have to check all these things. So now P2 dot y is greater than 350. So your 350 is over here. Yes. So if it is greater than 350, yes, so greater than 350, it means what? It is below the, yes, it is below the window. So now what we have to assign? If it is below the window, then we have to assign the code b as a 1. But this p dot y is what? We are considering 100 100 and 200 200. So for P1, where x is 100 and y is also 100. So y is what? 100. So 100 is not greater than 350. So for that, this condition will fail and this will be executed. So what will assign? Will assign 0. So next code is what? 1, then it becomes second is 0. Then for another condition, that is what? Here we have to check for the x. So p dot x is greater than 350. So now here we'll check p1 dot x is greater than 150. This is your x axis. Yes. If that p1 dot x is greater than, here we are checking for 350. Okay. So this your 350 is over here. Yes. 350 is over here. If it is greater than 350, then your, we can say that line, that point is at the right side of the window. Yes. But it is less than. So we are assigning what? This condition becomes false. So else will be executed. So we are assigning p2 dot ptemp dot code of 2 equals to 0. So here Where is it? Here. Here, third point is also 0. Now last condition is what? Again, p dot x is less than 150. Yes. So it is less than 150. It means what? This line indicates what? This is your uh, this point is at 150. X is 150 over here. If it is less than 150, then it is at the left side of the window. So we have to assign this p dot temp of 3 equals to 1. Yes. So here we can assign this as a 1 over here. Yes, because it satisfies that we are considering it as a 100. So now here what we are getting, this region code for the P1 is what? 1001, and actually that is what? 1001, because this P1 lies above the window and at left side of the window. So what we are getting, that is again correct over here. So for P1, and what we are assigning that uh, so we are assigning that x, p1 dot x to the ptemp dot x, and ptemp dot y equals to also p dot y. So whatever the values of x and y, we are assigning to temp, and we are returning that ptemp. Okay, so this is about, and that can be stored in what? P1. Again same procedure we'll do for the P2, assigning the region code for the P2. So what we will get for P2, that is what? Which is inside the window, so we'll get 000. Okay, done. So after that we'll go for the visibility function. So visibility is over. Where is it? We'll see. So this is your visibility function. Okay. So for that we are passing P1 and P2. So now our P1 contains what? P1 contains x coordinate, that is x is 100, P1 dot y is 100, and also it contains region code. Same for P2 also. P2 contains P2 dot x, that is x coordinate of P2, P2 dot y, that is y coordinate of the P2, and also region code of the P2. Yes. So that P1 and P2, that contains three variables inside it. So I will just write over here x coordinate, y coordinate, and region code, that is ABRL. It contains all these things. So for P1, our x is 100, 100, and ABRL is what? Region code is what? That is, yes. And for P2 region code, your x is 200, y is 200, and region code is, which is inside the window, so it is 000. So now after that what we have to check, here we are using one for loop over here, and also flag is used over here. So now for loop, it is from 0 to 4, because of our, we have to check the region codes. For visibility, what we'll check, that line is inside, or that point is inside the window or outside the window. Yes. So this region code is what? For P1 it is 1001, and for P2 it is 000. So now we'll check. P1 dot code of I is equals to 0, and P2 dot code of I equals to 0. If both P1 and P2 having region code is 000, both having the region code is same like a window region code, that means what? It is inside the window. Yes, and we'll set that both the points which is inside the window. So we'll set the flag is 1, and if again another condition which we have to check, that is what? This is for what? This is for both the points which are inside the window or not. To check both the points are inside the window or not, we are using this one. And another is what? Any other point, any one point from the both which is having region code is 1, then we have to set this flag is 0. That means what? P1 dot code of I equals to 1, or P2 dot code of I equals to 1. From this region code, for P1 and P2, anyone having the region code is 1. 1 indicates what? It is either above the window below left and right, then we can define it region code as a 1 for that point. So we have to check that. Now that is any one of this code of I is 1, then we can say that it is not inside the window. So here we are using OR, and then we are setting the flag is 0. Now check, when both are inside the window, then flag is 1. If it is inside the window, then it will return 0. Okay, here if flag is 1, that is what, that both the points are inside the window and we are returning 0. We'll see that what is that. And also if the flag is 0, anyone is outside the window, then we are returning 2. It returns to what? It returns to switch case, that whatever the from return type of the visibility is or type integer. So either here we are returning 0 or here we are returning 2, and that we are passing. See over here, visibility will return what? Either we are passing two values, that is case here we are passing 0 and 2. So here suppose it is getting 0, okay, so that v is passed over here, then it will goes to the switch case 0. So in switch case 0, what we are defining? Clear device. So whatever the output we have seen till now, that is here, we were here, that clear device will clear all these things, that is this window and this line, and again it will draw window. So it will draw window and then draw line from P1 to P2. This 0 is for what? This case 0 is for what? It is for when your line is inside the window, complete inside the window. So just we are trying same line. And suppose it returns 2. It returns 2, it means what? From the region code, any point, that is either A, B, or L, any one of them is 1. It means what? Some which is partially inside or uh, partially outside the window, or we can say fully outside the window. We can't recognize where that point lies, but that point, one of them, that is from P1 and P2, which is outside the window. So now here we are calling this reset endpoints P1, P2. We are passing both the values. When it will return 2, then it will goes to reset endpoints. So reset endpoints will see that function. So here is reset endpoints. In that we are passing P1, P2 and having return type is also what? PT. Because return type is PT for what? Because from P1 we have to pass X, Y also and region code. And for P2 also we have to pass X, Y and region code. So now here we are defining one temporary variable of type PT, and also we are defining X, Y and I. Now here we'll check if the region code P1 dot code of 3, it means what in ABRL. Check ABRL, code of A is at the position of 0, then B is at the position of 1, then C R is at the position of 2 and L is at the position of 3. So P1 of code of 3, it means what we are checking for the left side, if it is equals to 1, okay, then X equals to 150. Again check why it is 150, because if it is less than uh, if equals to 1, it means what? This is your line which is at the 150. Yes, and value of X is less than 150, it means what? We have to clip this line from here to here. Yes, we have to clip at this point. So value of X becomes what? We have to consider it as a 150. We have to show like this. See this output, we have to display this output only. So what is this point? That is X becomes 150. So region code for that P1 of code of 3, we are checking for the left first. So if it is 1, then we have to assign this X is to 150. Again another thing, that is P1 dot code of 2, that 2 is what? 2 contains right. Yes, if it is 1, then value of X is what? We have to consider this val this value of x, that is what maximum value of x we have for the window, that is 350. So we have to assign 350 for that x. Yes. After that, if p1 dot code of 3 equals to 1 and p2 dot or p1 dot code of 2 equals to 1, we are checking both the values. If any one of them is 1, okay, at the time we have to find out m, that is slope of the line. So here we are just explicitly typecasting this value, that is p2 dot y minus p1 dot y upon x, p2 dot x minus p1 dot x, that is what y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1, that is your slope over here. Then after finding the slope, we are just finding the k, just we are storing some value, y value in k. We here, if the line is at the left side or right side, we can easily find out the value of x and y. If it is left side, then minimum value of the x is what, 150, so we'll assign that. If it is at the right side, then maximum value of the maximum value of the window is what, 350, we'll assign it. So now here m into, we already show you these equations, that is over here, that is x is what, x minimum for right, x equals to x max, and how to find out the y, that is slope into x min minus x1 plus y1. So here slope into, that is m into x, contains what, either this value or this value, whatever the condition will satisfy, it will contains any one of them. This is your x minus p1 dot x, yes, plus p1 dot y. And then we are assigning this value, that is temp dot y will contains whatever the value of k here we are storing, and temp dot x equals to value of x, either this is 150, it will 150 when that point is at the left side, and it is 350 when that point is at the right side. So after that, assigning these two values, for here we are using one for loop to assign the region code. So whatever the region code, that is of p1 dot code of I, we are storing into the temporary dot code of I. And if this is all about x, yes, x and y, now we have to check it for temp dot y is less than 350 and temp dot y is greater than 150. That means what, that point is within the range of the window, that is 150 to 350 for y. Return the temp value, that is what temp is, contains x, y and region code, so we'll return that. Okay, this is what, this is we have only check for right and left. Yes, now we have to check for same for whatever the remaining, that is above and below. So now above and below again same, that is over here, I will write over here, that is your ABRL. So above is at the index 0 and below is at the index 1. Okay, so p1 dot code of 0 is equals to 1, it indicates what, that point is above the window. So if it is above the window, so what is the minimum value for that window? Minimum value of y for that window is over here, that is 150. This line indicates what, sorry, this line indicates it is at the 150. Yes, so when that p1 dot code of 0, that is above is equals to 1, indicates we have to this point which is above the window, so we have to assign it to 150 first. And if p1 dot code of 1, that means what, for we are checking for the bottom or the below the window. If it is 1, then maximum value of y we have to assign it. So maximum value of y is what we are considering, 350. Now p1 dot, again for these two, p1 dot code of 0 equals to 1 and p1 dot code of 1 equals to 1. We are checking for above and bottom. If it is equals to 1, then for that your y becomes this or this. Yes, and we have to find out the slope by using same, that is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Now and finding the value of k, that is what, 1 upon m into y minus whatever the value will get from here, either this one or this one, minus p1 dot y plus p1 dot x. So go through this equation. Okay, these equations will get the value of k. Again temp dot x equals to k and temp dot y equals to y. We are assigning the value of x and y. Then we are also, this is for what, to set the, assign the code, that is p1 dot code of I equals to temp dot code of I. So this temp will return what, x, y and code. Otherwise return p1 as it is. It means what, it will not satisfy all these conditions, so return p1. Yes, then from here we'll go, control goes back to this p1. So just we are checking the values of new p1, that is x and y coordinates of the p1 and region code. Then again same for p2, same here, just instead of p1 p2 we are passing, here we have to exchange the values, because in our program we are sorry, in our reset endpoint function, just we are taking, that is p1 p2 as it is. So we have already just check for the p1, another we have to check for the p2, so we are passing p2 first and then p1, because in reset endpoint here we are considering p1 first and then p2. Yes, so here all this code is written for p1 only, so we are passing over here p2 first and then p1, because we have already checked for the p1, now we have to check for the p2. Again it will return whatever the value over here, that is same way, and then we'll draw a window and then we'll draw a line with new points, that is here we'll get whatever the value of p1 p2. So draw p1 p2 and then 50. So we'll just see the execution for all the things, that is this is open. So now this is your program over here. Okay, we'll compile it and we'll execute it. So see the execution. So suppose here we are passing 100 100 and 200 200. So here we are getting, this is your first, that whatever the inputs we are giving, that is clear over here. Yes, and just we are getting the window, that is the use of clear device. Okay, so now here we are getting window. After pressing the enter we'll get the line. Okay, and again after pressing the enter we'll get clipped line. This is your output. Yes, this is for one point. Again we'll check for the another coordinates. So here your left top is what, 150 150 and right bottom is 350 350. So we'll consider vertical line, which is or any other. Okay, we'll consider one vertical line. So your x is x mean is what, 150. So we have to put the value which is greater than 150. So here we'll put 180 and your y is less than 150. So we'll consider 100 again, and again here we'll consider 200 200. So it will go inside the window. So this line is vertical and it will clip this line. Okay, so you will check for number of cases, it is working very well. Okay, that's all. It is actually somehow asked, but it is very easy and interesting. Okay, so that's all for the Cohen-Sutherland line clipping algorithm.